Joined now by the columnist, political commentator Owen Jones, somebody else who I suspect on this issue of what the IDF is doing in Gaza, we'd have a lot of agreement on. But you and I locked horns a little bit on X a couple of days ago about what happened at Glastonbury. I just felt, Owen, that when people try and pretend what they mean is, well, we just mean the entity. We don't actually mean IDF soldiers. It's disingenuous. When a crowd chants death to the IDF, what they mean is they think IDF soldiers should be killed.
People talk about the death of institutions all the time. Keir Starmer, when he said the NHS must reform or die, did he mean, and maybe you should probably give a bit of warning to doctors, nurses and patients around the world, does he literally mean they're going to be killed?
Of course not.
Sorry, just to be clear then.
You're comparing...
You think that the NHS... So when people say the NHS will die, literally they will say the NHS will die without reform, are they saying that they're going to be the mass murder of doctors and patients?
So to be clear, when you watch that rapper at Glastonbury chanting and leading a chant with thousands joining in of death to the IDF, you instinctively believe...
He said it himself. He said...
Oh, no, he said it since.
Well, no. Well, yes, you're right. Look, unlike you and I, we're both very verbose commentators.
Correct.
Let's be honest. We write at length, sometimes in pithier tweets, but I like to write at length what I think. And I think the IDF should be dismantled.
That's fine.
But he said himself it means the dismantling of a violent
military machine. He said it since the furore blew up.
But he also said he's opposed to the death of Jews, Arabs or any other race or group of people. And Piers, I don't want to be rude, but that puts him in a rather different category than your pro-Israel.
Hang on, when did he post that?
Well, the next day.
Of course.
What do you mean, of course?
It wasn't the next day, it was actually the day after.
So you're saying that a rapper should have done a long verbose statement on stage? He's a rapper.
His initial response, as you know...
Let's just be honest.
Owen, hang on. Let me respond. His initial response the next day was not to apologise for anything, to cite his daughter and school meals.
He shouldn't apologise.
Right, that's fine. He doesn't have to.
No.
Right? Free speech means he doesn't have to. But he was dropped by his talent agency. He had his visa revoked, so he can't go on the tour he was planning in the United States. And then we saw this clarification, which bore a striking resemblance to what people who tried to justify it had been saying on social media, which is, I didn't mean soldiers. I meant just the institution.
Can I put this in?